morning, America. Welcome to Fake News Network. I'm Gary Brodinger, your host. We recently have received a peculiar weather report from Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's take a look.
Thank you, Gary. As you can see, climate change has had a very severe impact on Indianapolis. The temperature has risen so much that the wooden buildings behind me have started to combust. We have to talk to our expert meteorologist to find out more.
Thanks. This is Albert Hawthorne here. You see, this global climate change thing is 100% real. Things like burning coal and fuel or anything else that involves combustion release carbon dioxide out into the atmosphere. In addition, things like methane from cattle farms also are one of the top contributors to global warming. The problem with all of these gases is that they trap infrared rays in the atmosphere, which causes the planet to heat up. Anyway, back to our weekly weather forecast. We're expecting clear skies throughout the week with an average high of 136 degrees and an average low of 114. On Thursday, we're expecting rain. It's going to be a little chilly with a high of 87 and a low of 84. And the rest of the week going to be perfectly fine. On Saturday, we're expecting a real high of 149 and a low of 136, so watch out.
Thank you for this special news report, but I have a few more questions. What are some of the consequences of human actions in climate change?
Hey. Oh, hi. My name's Zachary Sweets. This will cause a desertification of biomes and will eventually cause a second ice age of the world.
Man, I think you're full of it. Do you see how hot it is out here?
There's not going to be another ice age. That's completely ridiculous.
Actually, it will. As temperature continues to rise, it will slowly cause a change in the Earth's axis, which in turn, over years, the Earth's temperature will significantly lower. This will cause a second mass extinction. As now, 40 to 250 species goes extinct daily, which in turn will cause the Lorax to go critically endangered.
Thank you, Zachary Sweets. But how the heck is global warming happening to begin with?
The world is warming due to the greenhouse effect. You see, energy travels from the sun to the earth through ultraviolet radiation. Once this hits the earth, this is now transformed into infrared radiation as it goes between the surface of the earth and Earth's atmosphere. Now, with more carbon dioxide in the air, which enhances the greenhouse effect, it causes the Earth's temperature to rise on a global scale.
Oh geez, how are we going to get rid of all this carbon dioxide?
See all these trees back here? Those are the solution. We plant trees, we water those trees, and then we wait. Plants like these take the carbon out of the dioxide in carbon dioxide and put the oxygen back out in the air. All we got to do is plant 80 hectares of trees every single day to get rid of the 80 hectares of trees that get deforested every single day. That's the solution. Look, I'm telling you, trees are the solution. Because as it stands right now, we can't keep up with all this deforestation. Right now, carbon dioxide is being put out into the air way faster than it can be taken out. On top of that, where else are we going to get our oxygen from?
Okay, climate change is clearly a problem. But how can we get people to fix it?
Okay, we need to convince people that this is real. I mean, look at Miami. It's practically underwater. It's like a new Atlantis, which means we're probably gonna lose it forever. Miami's mayor is doing whatever he can to build pumps to remove water from the city. This is a serious issue, people. I mean, look at Florida now and see what they're doing.
That's embarrassing.
There are some feedback mechanisms, though. Positive feedback mechanisms. One is permafrost melting. As the global temperature rises, permafrost melts more quickly. As this melts more quickly, the permafrost emits carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which then in turn increases the enhanced greenhouse effect on the atmosphere, furthering the global rise in temperature.
Alright, enough of this dystopian talk. Let's not be so pessimistic about our future, okay? Anyway, what can we do to solve all of these problems?
I donate billions of dollars to nonprofit organizations like World Wildlife, Greenpeace, the United Nations Framework Convention for Climate Change, which is responsible for reducing CO2 emissions.
But believe it or not, the government does help with reducing carbon dioxide emissions. They put laws and restrictions out like the Clean Air Act. It only took people literally dying for them to do anything about it, but that's fine. I think what we really need to do is tax big businesses for their amount of carbon they put out.
Finally, this is not possible without using sustainable sources instead of fossil fuels, such as wind, solar, hydro, and geothermal. Once these are implemented, we can then start building on the giant space vacuum to clean up the excess greenhouse gases in space.
Well, there you have it, folks.